Stop using Google to make yourself healthier. So this sounds ridiculous, okay? Because research is actually very, very important. But there can actually be a moment in which too much research can actually negatively affect you. And I was kind of falling into this rabbit hole and it was kind of nuts and I really, really want to share it. So I went for a pretty good run and I got home and I was eating carrots. I looked up on Google, is carrots good for me? Is carrots good after a run? Apparently, they're not as good for you after a run, okay? Whoa, that was surprising to me. Now, celery, however, which was also what I was eating, was actually very, very good for you. Same with the peanut butter that I was having. I was looking up all these different things and I was like, you know what? That's kind of crazy to me that something that's technically a healthy food is not healthy for me after a run. It's not a bad thing. It's just not what you should be eating. And I was like, should Google really decide whether or not this is the right thing to be eating after a run? Or should I just be choosing for myself what is just going to make me feel better? You know, what is going to like maybe relieve some of that like maybe tension that I'm having, you know, or maybe just like decompress a little bit, you know, so I'm not so sore. It was kind of nuts to me, and I decided to look up, is cake good for you after a run? And you would not believe what popped up. It says, surprisingly, a small serving of cake post-workout can be beneficial. It provides a rapid source of carbohydrates, helping replenish glycogen stores, which fuel your muscles. This replenishment is essential for the recovery process and preparing your body for the next workout. It's just honestly hilarious because I think somewhere out there, there's going to be somebody who's looking up this kind of stuff and feeling okay about eating cake after a run. I mean, like, okay, I've been to 5Ks and stuff like that where they literally give you donuts afterwards. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll eat a donut after. I am very aware that it is not in any healthy right mind to be eating a donut right after my run, but at the same time, like, it's just hilarious to me that there's positive benefits to this kind of stuff. And the thing is truly there is actually healthy things that are completely just so much better than cake. And it's just so funny because I think that we're in this era where all this information that we're taking, you know, from Google and stuff, and the things that we research, we're getting all this information and then we're allowing this to make bad choices. We're using this as fuel to make bad decisions for ourselves. And it's terrible. Now, the thing is I shouldn't have any justification why I want that donut after the 5K. It's going to be, okay, I just like donuts and I'm going to eat it. I know it's unhealthy and I shouldn't eat it, but I'm just eating it anyways. If I attach something that's good about this and I'm like, oh, well, it's going to make me feel better because of all these different things that are going to replenish in my body. Dude, just like electrolytes and like actually healthy stuff is going to replenish your body, you know? What this truly is just deep down an excuse. And I think that is what the problem is. It's the reason why I think, you know, deep down, we can do all this research. We can watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. We can do extensive things to figure out why. The big why that really just states that this is better than this and that, you know, all these different things that we're kind of just feeding ourselves. We're utilizing all these different searches to really tell ourselves what's healthy and what's not and what's, you know, we're overlooking into things, getting into this rhythm of overanalyzing and utilizing Google to make our decisions on a day-to-day basis is really going to be unhealthy because we never trust our own decisions. We're always in a state of indecision because we're looking to Google for all of our answers. There might be somebody who has coffee and caffeine in their workout and they utilize caffeine, you know, maybe in the morning or something like that before a run, or they just like caffeine whenever they run. I personally can't do that. And there will be Google searches that will say that that's a good thing, but everybody is different, and relying on that kind of stuff, if I was to simply rely on something and force my body into something that Google says is good for me, like I would be in a state of indecision and not trusting my own self and trusting my own body. And I know that this all may seem ridiculous or maybe even a little bit small, but this is truly the reason why I think we overanalyze everything. This doesn't even affect just fitness. It could affect our buying process and all these different things that we look at on a day-to-day basis and literally struggle with indecision. You know, it could be just like, what do I wear in the day? It could be going to a store and like, what particular brand or style of ketchup do I get today? Do I get Cranch? You know, do I get the ketchup ranch? Do I get the branch? The or branch, that's barbecue ranch. Do I get the barbecue? I don't I don't know. You know, it's the level of indecision that has almost nothing to do with your actual thoughts, but it has to do with what you researched online. And honestly, I think that I've lived as this person who relies solely on Google for all my answers and all the different things that I should be doing and shouldn't be doing when it comes to fitness or just life or different purchase decisions. I need to rely on myself at times, and I think that we all need to rely on ourselves sometimes and maybe make decisions that aren't solely based on Google searches and just relying on the internet to make our decision for us. You have to account who you truly are and what you truly want for yourself. And using this cake example is just a really hilarious way to really show how ridiculous this can get. You know, getting into the deep depth dive rabbit hole of this kind of thinking, you know, where you're relying solely on the internet for your answers rather than just telling yourself, cake is unhealthy. I'm not going to eat cake after my run. Instead of like looking it up, be like, is it okay to do this? Is it okay? Google, is this okay if I eat this piece of cake? No, it's not. But if you want the cake, eat the freaking cake. You know, and that's the whole part of it. You know, if you know it's a bad decision, but you're gonna do it anyways because you just really want it. Yeah, go for it, okay? Or tell yourself not to because you're using self-control. Don't use the internet as excuses as to why you're doing this or making this decision. It can help you learn different things and definitely guide you in different directions, but ultimately, your decision is your decision, and your decision is final when you start to factor in who you truly are and factor in your personality and all the different personal things about you and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And this literally goes with everything. It doesn't have to be just diet, which is kind of what this video is. It can go with a lot of different things in life. So thank you so much for watching. If you want me to go a little bit more in depth about this, I would absolutely love to. This subject was really, really fun to make a video on, actually. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video. And how ridiculous is it that cake is healthy? Cake is so healthy, you guys. So make sure that you liked and subscribe. Make yourself a cake. Go out for a run. Come home, eat the entire cake because it's going to boost your glycogen levels. I hope I'm even saying that right. But thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. Anyways, check out this next video if you haven't already. This video is about motivation, okay? So if you need to be motivated or if you need a break from the internet, then don't watch this, okay? This is completely up to you. This is your choice. You've made it this far in this video, and honestly, if you need a break from the internet, go for it, okay? Or, you know, maybe go for a run and then eat some cake after. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Check out this video if you'd like. And as always, find the fire within you and stay Diablo.